Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of sport. So y'all check this out. Well, this is it's kind of a pity, but it just happens in the world of sport all the time. We got big games coming up in the NFL, National Football League, y'all. Big games coming up this weekend. You know what I'm saying? They're basically the semifinals, what it is. The conference finals is what it's called. And you have the Baltimore Ravens versus Kansas City Chiefs is the bigger game of the two. The Lions and the and 49ers is big. Every game is big at this point, but the one that everybody's really focusing on because it's just two MVPs in this game with Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, right? Now, but the narrative going into the game this week is the same as it was last week. Lamar Jackson has to win this game, right? And I was listening to that last week, and I'm thinking, all right, yeah, he's 1-3 in the playoffs, in his career. So, okay, maybe he does have to win that game for the people to not just start saying things. And so we always cater to who's going to say what. If he would have been 1-4, then all of a sudden, he's a problem in the playoffs. In a sport where you got 22 people on the damn field. Everybody has to be on the same page. So, I'm thinking, okay, he better win that one. So he won that one. Now he has to win the conference final against Patrick Mahomes. Okay? Patrick Mahomes. Once you say Patrick Mahomes, then you ain't got to win nothing. Then, because, this is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about. Patrick Mahomes. He's been to six conference finals in a row. He's got two Super Bowls already. You know what I'm saying? Two Super Bowls already. I think he was in three. He's a winner. Patrick Mahomes is, pretty much one of the best we've ever seen. I'm old enough to know to have seen Joe Montana, and that's my boy. But you can't ignore Tom Brady with 7 titles, no matter what you think or how he got him or whatever. 7 is 7. I think Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Tom Brady, but that argument is dead now. Bottom line, because Tom Brady has done those things, not so athletic things, but in crunch time, over and over and over to win 7 Super Bowls. So back off. Bottom line. So I'm talking to myself here. Back the hell off. You and your Aaron Rodgers and Montana and them. It is what it is. But your boy Patrick Mahomes is, he's trying to go for GOAT status. I'm not even sure if he's really trying. But that's the kind of trajectory he has, and from what his start to his career has been ridiculous. But we're talking about Lamar Jackson has to beat him because his team was winning this year. And his team was winning this year, has a good defense, and even the games that they lost, they were in. And it should have won them. So, yeah, they're having a good season. Well, here's the deal. I think that the higher-ups, the executives, the owners of these sport leagues need to back off of the fact that only what you do in the playoffs or only if you win championships, that's the only way that you're going to be recognized as an all-time great. That you should back off of that because, see, what you're doing is you're belittling the regular season of everything. If I'm talking basketball, or football, they're both belittling what you do in the regular season. And people come to watch regular season games. You keep telling them that they're insignificant, then maybe they'll stop or they won't. What you do in the regular season games. For example, Lamar Jackson has to win against Patrick Mahomes, right? Lamar Jackson is one of these players in these sports where I won't miss a game. No matter what, we're doing, what you got to do on those days, you come back, you're going to make sure you saw what Lamar Jackson does. Patrick Mahomes as well. The last few years, I don't miss games of those two. I'm going to come back. If I didn't have time on that day, I'm going to come back. I'm going to make sure to watch those games of those two just to see what they're going to do, something that's going to happen in there. I know it's going to be something awesome or historic. And so I keep a close eye on those two. This year, after maybe halfway in the season, I started not missing C.J. Stroud games. I saw, wait a minute, this dude is something special. Let me not miss that, right? It's just things you do in sport. But that's regular season, right? Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP from a guy who was coming in the league and he wasn't supposed to even play quarterback. They were trying to tell him not to. We all know the story of Lamar Jackson, I think, right? So you become 2-time MVP. MVP means you're the best person in the league, and everybody believe it. right? One time unanimous. He's going to get it this year because anybody else shouldn't get it. So it is going to be two, right? You've been to the playoffs. You're taking your team to the playoffs with whatever material you have. I don't want to call the rest of the guys material because these guys are awesome. But sometimes you didn't have good people on the technical positions and things like that. But all right now, you got a good team. You're there. But to say he has to beat Lamar Jackson from what he's already achieved, I think he achieved the most rushing yards as a quarterback than anybody. And us to know what time it is, Michael Vick had some, Cam Newton had some, Donovan McNabb, anybody, it's a few running quarterbacks, Colin Kaepernick in the day, Steve Young, it's a few that would run. But to be on the top of that, it's not bad either. Rush for 1,000 yards from the quarterback position is not something that you see every day. Monumental things, right? Monumental things, must-see TV. That counts for something. It's not like I'm thinking, well, if Lamar Jackson doesn't win the Super Bowl this year, I ain't watching him next year. No, I'll be waiting for the first game. Start from scratch. Let's go. See what you can do. But what he does and what these athletes do in the regular season is also important. It'll take me to the NBA for a minute. Russell Westbrook. They, treat him like nothing happened. The dude averaged a triple-double 4 damn years. No one else has done it once, except for way back with Oscar Robertson. And I told y'all, that's Bigfoot footage. That's black and white TV. 13 people playing in the NBA. That's cool too, but when Russell Westbrook did it 6'3", right, in these trees, averaging a triple-double, and one time with 30 points, leading the league in assists several seasons, and they told him he couldn't do that. He wasn't a real one, right? Wasn't a real point guard, but then he leads the league in assists a couple of times, right? He can't shoot. You've heard the name when he was in the Lakers, right? Westbrook. But Westbrook led the league in scoring. Do you see this? How does a Westbrook brick lead the league in scoring then? You see what I'm saying? Doesn't matter how you're doing it. 6'3", that means if you can't shoot, then you go into the hole, which is more athletic plays, more awesome plays, something that you want to see in the regular season that make people come and watch you in the regular season because you're doing awesome things. And these awesome things keep be put down like that's nothing. Awesome things make people come. Right? Russell Westbrook, I didn't miss games for about 4 or 5 years. Till he went to Houston. I missed a couple because I can't watch James Harden. It's hard for me to watch James Harden. It's a damn shame. He's in LA Clippers right now, and I have to learn to accept this James Harden's at the Clippers because basically Westbrook there and Kawhi Leonard there, Paul George there, them all LA boys. So you're going for the Clippers right now. So James Harden, okay. I just don't like the way he's playing, but everything seems to be working out pretty good. But my point back to Westbrook, I didn't miss Westbrook games. And when he went to the Lakers and they were disrespecting him, that was a hard watch for me, even though he was at the Lakers. I just don't like the disrespect. But it's also just envy. Averaging triple-double and all y'all playing, all you guys are playing, and it's not happening. Before this age where it's a little bit easier because all you got to do is blindly throw the ball to the short corner and somebody going to be there. Haven't you seen people in the NBA just go to the hole and throw it over their head like it's an awesome pass? But at the end of the day, it's drawn up. Somebody better be standing there. See, I don't coach like that. It's like you can stand there 2 out of 3 times. Third times, don't stand there because your defender don't have nothing to do. I want him to worry about where you're at. Don't be there automatically. I don't even care if we're doing a high pick and roll. Then this time you run through the bottom of the zone on the baseline or something. Do something different. Even though that's the play we called. You know what I'm saying? Or start, even though you're supposed to end up there, start somewhere else. Don't just stand there. That's not helping nobody. You know what I mean? But anyway, I can get into a rant about this. It's easier to get assists right now because everybody can shoot threes. Everybody. So that's just the easiest shot in the game right now. Everybody's shooting. They're shooting 40 a game now. That's not how it was back in the day. But anyway, Russell Westbrook keeps you engaged in the regular season just like Lamar Jackson. A boxer, Deontay Wilder. They say he's nothing. He's a one-trick pony and nothing. What is his story? You can't do this. You can't start boxing at 19 years old and be that skinny, and then want to be a heavyweight, be a cruiserweight or something if you want to do something. But you're in the heavyweight, man. These people weigh 30 pounds more than you. How the hell you gonna just walk in and not be scared to run up on somebody 30 pounds heavier than you with all these technical skills and been fighting for years? Who does that? Your screws can't be tight or something. Goes in there, knocks people out. Highlight reel knockout, hit a person, walk away before they hit the ground. People on convulsions on the ground, people laying through the ropes, and everybody that he fight, we say is nothing. Heavyweight fighters, to get paid to go do that, like a Lamar Jackson, we called him nothing. That shows me people ain't old, that you're young, because it's called Lamar Jackson. Nothing shows me that you didn't see the whole Chris Arreola saga, and see how Stavern got where he was as an underdog, beating Chris Arreola when they was trying to give him that title. But he had to go through Stavern, and Stavern spit in the soup, and he was feeling himself. And Stavern, rightly so. So that's the Stavern Deontay Wilder beat. But whatever, it's a whole lot of people on him. You're just not supposed to knock all those people out. Just like Gennady Golovkin. It's like, my point about Deontay Wilder is this. Whether you think his opponents are weak or not, which is ridiculous, but if you do, right, they're still heavyweight guys heavier than him. It's not like he had to knock them all out, right? He could have, had a couple of draws and losses, got knocked out himself. And, he didn't have to be 40. What was he, 40-0 with 39 knockouts? Only one to survive was Stavern, right? At that point, no one should have been like your favorite fighter wouldn't have been 40 fights. He would have been like 37-1 with 2 draws or something like that. That would happen. But to knock everyone out was something crazy to watch. But, people don't appreciate it. So it's, these certain things like Lamar Jackson or Russell Westbrook and others, are not appreciated for what they're doing in the regular season. And we keep telling them that you're not going to be all that great until you win a title, right? A Super Bowl or a title. And that's just not true. Now, the only thing that the pundits might be right about is this: to become an all-time great or a GOAT, then you're going to need them titles, right? But from the consumer, a sport fan, ain't nobody going to tell me Lamar Jackson ain't the baddest dude in the NFL right now, right? Including Patrick Mahomes. Right now, the way he's running them things, he's the baddest one out there. Mahomes is always going to be the top. Mahomes just handling his business. And let me tell you something about Mahomes too, by the way. I'll just show you how, we got to be fair here. They dropped a whole lot of passes for Mahomes this year. Mahomes could have, they dropped a whole lot of passes. So I know he was pretty, he could have had better stats this year, but it was a whole lot of passes they were dropped. As a matter of fact, they lead the league in drops. So, and Mahomes is still hanging in there, but I don't like a team where your best receiver is the tight end. I'm not for those teams. A lot of times those wideouts got to be able to do something. They got to scare the hell out of some people. And if they don't, then you just go into the tight end. It still works, but I'm not a fan of that so much because I think that's not a remedy to win a Super Bowl. But hey, what do I know? At the end of the day, Lamar Jackson ain't got to beat no damn Patrick Mahomes. Ain't got to win a Super Bowl to be an all-time great. He's a Hall of Famer right now. A 2-time MVP means you're a Hall of Famer now. All he's going for now is all-time great status. Might need a Super Bowl or 2 to be an all-time great status. But to be great in a Hall of Famer, you've already done that. Just tell him that. Been there, done that now. You've done it. Lamar Jackson ain't got to do a damn thing except keep doing what the hell he's doing and let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? Because he's awesome. Every time you watch him, you see that he's awesome, right? We don't know what kind of results he's going to have. We would want him to go win the Super Bowl or 2. But even if he doesn't, I'm be damned if we're going to sit here and act like we ain't seeing something awesome. Y'all feeling that? Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.